Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Good Beard. So, for those of you who watched the arm wrestling training video, if you didn't watch it to the very end, you didn't get to see yours truly win King of the Table on the left hand. I lost on the right. He got much higher on my hand, and I didn't try as hard as I should have, but I was like, I was bound and determined. And from the earlier pulls with him, I didn't think it was gonna. He must have rested for a little while. Let's say that. All right, so we have. It is Friday, and we have Old Fitzgerald bottled in bond. So I don't want to mess the I can't even call, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called. It says these provision. Is that it? Yeah. The supervision. The supervision of the revenue bonded warehouse. So I've never read them before. Oh well. So now I've had several Old Fitzgerald versions before. I've personally owned. I still have the 9-year. It was my least favorite of the last 3 releases. This one is the 15-year. It was the fall 2019 release. Aged 15 years, obviously. I just said that. But of the last 3 releases, and I didn't get the 14-year, but I think the 14 is only available in Kentucky. The ones that were available to me in my area was the 9-year, the 11-year, which I really liked, and the 13-year. So, and this is, let's shake it up a little bit. See if we can get that neck juice out of there. Old neck juice. And I will say this, that Heaven Hill did a really good job on this bottle. So you can take all this labeling off and you have a wonderful little decanter. Super tight cork. Love a good tight cork. Alright, don't want to get too much. Super tight cork. Fall 2004. What was I doing fall 2004? I had just moved to Orlando, Florida. Right after I moved in August. So I was living in Orlando, Florida, and this was right after Hurricane Katrina ripped through Louisiana and messed up a bunch of stuff down there. And then right after I moved down there in, I think, yeah, it was, if anybody is interested, or if anybody has been into the custom motorcycle I'm literally recording this Friday afternoon, so it's just like, it's recorded, release. Indian Larry from the early Biker Build-Off series. Indian Larry was a custom motorcycle builder, chopper builder, whatever, from New York, I think Queens. He actually got killed, I believe, on my birthday, which is weird. That's late August. But that whole time frame, Florida was just, it was a debt. It was a it was a money pit that I jumped in and started digging, but I had a pretty good time doing it. So a lot of fun memories, a lot of good times, met a lot of great friends. The shirt that I used to wear all the time in here until I got fat again, blue collar cycles. Is that right? Yeah. Anyway, fuck, I can't think of the name. Oh well, I'm having brain farts. Sorry guys. I'm hungry, tired, been in the sun all day, so my head's not working properly. And I'm gonna go ahead and nose this. And I mean, I'm pretty much expecting. I know what it's gonna taste like. I know what it's gonna smell like. Oh yeah, it smells like bourbon. It's got a very honeyed sweetness to it. And for those of you who don't know, Old Fitzgerald is the wheated mash bill from Heaven Hill. So I'm thinking this weekend sometime, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to take that William LaRue Weller, since they're both wheated mash bills and they're the 15-year-old high-end release from their respected distilleries. I'm going to record a blind tasting betwixt the two of them and see how those things go. So it tastes like a very good mature bourbon. It smells like, sorry. What? All right, let's get a little taste. So, the 15-year-old version of this, and this is obviously just the neck pour. We'll wait and see how it tastes once we get into it. But it's very sweet. It's got this little peanutty flavor on it. But it's starting to get, and I really think that's where, depending on where the barrels sit that house this whiskey and other whiskeys like it, I think in Kentucky, between 15 and 17 years is probably the money spot. And this is just my opinion, I really feel like once you get over that, depending on where the barrel sits, it's just going to be too much wood. And this one is starting to get into that area, because you got the woody notes. Now it might open up after a couple days or so, or a week or so, letting it sit. What? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come up. Come up here. Say hi to everybody. Hey everybody, look who it is. Watch out my spittoon. Don't knock over my spitter. Anyway. But yeah, it's everything you would imagine a $150 15-year-old wheated bourbon would be. I'm not saying it's the most immaculate thing that I've ever tasted, but it is, in my opinion, it was crafted with. Will you hush? Will you hush? Hush. It was crafted with care. So, very, very smooth. I mean, just creamy and buttery. A little bit of mouthfeel, a little bit of heat on the mouth, but not much. The wood notes, the heavy barrel wood notes that you get from older bourbons, starts to come through on the very front of this one, but quickly fades once you mull it about in the mouth, do the old Kentucky chew, and then even the finish, the aftertaste, it's more sweetness. Not super oily and viscous, but I mean it's a good product. It is. Well, why don't you make noises at me? I think it's a really good product. You're going to be paying some money for it. Now, do I think it's better than a 14, 15-year-old barrel pick for Knob Creek? Maybe, maybe not. That's up to the person buying it. I mean, I will say that a 14-year-old Knob Creek single barrel at about $50 or so is a much better deal. because you're getting a little more alcohol. You're getting roughly the same age statement and a third of the cost. So this one was about $150 plus tax. I like the majesty of it all. So if you were to give this to somebody, you could probably tell them it was a $500 bottle, and they'd probably believe you just by the packaging alone. So I think I've always said that if I see an old Fitz out and about, that I was probably going to pick it up just to gauge how things have changed. Now I've gotten away from all of my, I've tried to get away. I haven't gotten away from all of my expensive buying. The freaking Booker's was $100. This one's $150. Sheesh. But I am actually going to share this one with some of my patrons. So if you want a chance at getting a little taste of this bad boy, go over to patreon.com, check the description below with the link down there, sign up, and you might win. So I know I have tiers down there, so I'm planning on doing a giveaway next month after the beginning of July. So if you want an opportunity to get yourself a little taste of this bad boy, go over to patreon.com. I think you got to be in at the $5 level, $255 level to get in on the giveaways, but we're going to do that next month. But it's actually really good. I can't really justify spending $150 for it. I mean, even though I did, I don't know if I would justify it to everybody. It would probably be something better for a gift for someone. Father's Day. Hey, Father's Day, here, 2 more days. Or even you and your friends go in together and spend $50 a piece, and y'all share it and drink it on special occasions. Bonnie, what is wrong with you? Anyway, I gotta feed her. That's all I got. I'm gonna go do a tasting tonight for some Tawakero. So hopefully I can sell a few bottles. But anyway, that's my thoughts on Old Fitz. It's a good drink. I might hand out some samples and then do another taste once I get down to the middle of it to see if things have changed. But I think it's good. I'll always probably pick one up. Hopefully they don't get too expensive. I think $150 is about the cap that I'm going to spend anytime soon. And that's like once, maybe twice a month. Tops, once. This crap's getting expensive. So, like always, oh yeah, happy Father's Day to all you motherfuckers out there. I know I'm not a father. I got my little daughter down here on the floor, a little bitch. Anyway, don't forget, check the description below for links to help out with the bills around the house. Any way you can, that would be great and awesome. Thanks to all my patrons. Thanks to all the former patrons, all the current ones, the new ones. Appreciate everybody. Don't forget, check out the Bearded Idiots. Like always, drink some whiskey, share with your friends and family. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Take care. And we'll see you next time. Cheers, folks.